Hi everyone, welcome to Super Savvy Sundays, where I help you become a super savvy seller or shopper of real estate. So you're thinking of moving, and not just moving cross country, but you're actually thinking of moving to another country. Well, you've come to the right person. I have some ideas about that, and I can help you there. A lot of reasons that people have for moving to another country. It could be a job relocation. It could be wanting to get into another country with nicer or warmer weather. It can actually be, you're looking for a change of pace. But whatever the reason, I can help you because I want you to become savvy shoppers or savvy sellers of real estate. So there's some things that I want you to consider when you're thinking of moving to another country for whatever the reason. And one of those things that you need to consider is, what's the average home price of the homes in that country? Now, off the top of my head, and let's just use Canada as an example. Let's say you were moving to Canada, and I use Canada because it's close to us. It's our northern, cousin, and you, for the most part, don't have to worry about changing your language. You don't have to learn a new language, except for some parts of Canada. But let's just say you were thinking about moving to Canada. What's the average home price of homes in Canada? That's something that you'd need to know. So I've gone ahead and I've done the research for you guys. In Vancouver, which is in British Columbia, the average sale price is $1,008,000 Canadian. In Toronto, it's 710,000 Canadian dollars, and in Montreal, it's 349,000 Canadian dollars, which leads me to my next point. You'd like to know, or you need to know, what's the exchange rate. That gives you the idea of what's your buying power, for when you are thinking about buying a home in that country. Well, as we speak, as of August 2016, actually no, as of today, the exchange rate is $1 to 1.31 Canadian dollars. So it doesn't have to be Canada, but wherever you're thinking of moving, you need to know what's the exchange rate. What is my buying power? Because, depending on the strength of that currency, it will determine how much home you can afford. Another thing that you need to think about, not only the cost of homes, the average cost, the exchange rate, but how are you going to pay for this home? Are you paying for it cash? Are you trying to get a foreign loan? And can you, even as a foreign buyer, purchase a home in that country? It may surprise you to know that cash is not always king everywhere. And there are some places and some countries where even if you have the money to purchase a home, you can't, because you're not a citizen or you're not a descendant of a citizen. I know of some countries right now I'm thinking of that you can't just go and purchase a home. And in some places where you can buy a home, you're limited in how much you can buy and where. So that's something. Another thing I want you to think about when you're thinking of purchasing a home in another country is modifying your expectations. And when I say that, I'm talking about space. There are some places where space is at a premium. The average, size in America is about 2,400 square feet. You may have to modify that. Finishes, design. And what about internet connectivity? Let's say that you have a job where you can live anywhere in the world. Well, that's great. But is the country to which you're, thinking of moving, does it have good internet connectivity? And even so, what about the power situation? It's no point having a good internet connectivity and if the power keeps going out. So, there are things like that. So if you are thinking of moving to another country, you know what I'll tell you. Make sure you hire a real estate professional if you have your own home here and you're thinking of perhaps putting it on the market or maybe putting it up for rent. A licensed realtor will be able to help you with that. Well, that's it from me. You'll see me next time. And as always, let's make Orlando home.